What's up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be looking at how to make the heart-centered star blanket. So let's grab our materials and get started. Okay, you're going to need stitch markers, scissors, an 8mm crochet hook, and then you can use yarn of your choice. Size will change depending on the yarn you're using, but for this video I'm going to be using Bernat blanket yarn and Big Twist, which sad they don't make anymore. That's what I'm going to be using for this video, so let's get started. We're going to start with our heart center. I'm going to upload a picture for you guys. Feel free to pause so you can see what you are copying, but we're going to start with the heart center. Starting in our bordering color, which I am using black for this, we're going to start with a slip knot, just like that. Insert your crochet hook, and we are going to chain 16. Okay, there's the chain of 16. We're going to work back down this chain. We're going to skip that stitch that's closest to our hook. We're going to go into the 15th stitch, and you're going to place single crochets all the way back down. So when you get back to the other side, you should have 15 single crochets. Okay, this is what it should look like. We're now going to chain 1 at the end of this row. Chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to be working back down the chain this way. Okay, now we're going to turn our work, and we are going to single crochet back down this chain 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in our 7th stitch, this is where I'm going to color change. I'm going to change to that pink yarn. Let's change to our pink yarn. And then in the 8th stitch is going to be pink. We're going to very quickly change right back to black. So 8th stitch is pink. There we have it. And then single crochet the rest down in black. Okay, we are going to chain 1, and we are going to turn our work, and this time we are going to single crochet 6 in black. Once we get to that 6th stitch, we are going to color change to the pink. And here it is 6. So I'm keeping the pink yarn attached the whole time because it's a lot less threads that you have to put away if you just follow with your opposite yarn. Okay, so we're gonna single crochet pink in this stitch, in the middle stitch, and the next. So you should have 3 pink stitches in this row. Once we get to that last pink stitch here, we're going to color change back to black and finish the rest of the row with single crochets in black. Okay, we are going to chain 1 again at the end of this row, and we are going to single crochet 5 this time before the color change. So let's do that really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to change colors to our pink here, and we are going to single crochet in pink in the next 5 stitches. So this row will have obviously 5 stitches of pink. The last one had 3, so we're just increasing right now how many pink stitches that we had. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that 5th stitch we are going to color change back to the black yarn and finish out this row with black yarn and a single crochet at the and a chain 1 at the end. Okay, we're going to turn our work, and now we are going to single crochet 4 stitches before the color change. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in this 4th stitch we are color changing back to pink, and now we are going to do 7 single crochets in pink. You can kind of see the heart starting to form. I am following on the back side with my black yarn so I can move it with me as I crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to color change back to that black yarn, finish out the rest of the row with black yarn and chain 1 at the very end. And then we will turn our work. So there's the chain 1. I'm turning my work. Now we are going to single crochet 3 in black yarn, and then we're going to do the middle section pink and then in black yarn again. So let's do our 3 here. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the color change back to pink, and now we're going to single crochet 9 stitches in pink. Again, I'm following with that black yarn behind. I'm pulling it up so it follows me to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Color change back to black and finish out the rest of the row in black yarn, and then chain 1 at the end, and then we will turn our work. There's the chain 1. All right, this is how it's looking so far. You can start to see the bottom of the heart is forming. We're now going to single crochet 2 before the yarn color change. So there's 2. We're going to add the pink yarn in here, and we are going to single crochet 11 in pink, and we are going to then change back to the black, and you will finish out your single crochets in black and chain 1 at the end. Okay, we're now at the end of this row. This is what it should look like. You should have 11 pink stitches in the middle, and you should have 2 black stitches on each side for a total of 15. For the next 3 rows, we are not changing any of the stitches. So you're going to have 2 black ones on this side, 11 pink ones in the middle, and 2 black ones on this side. For the next 3 rows, it's going to look like this, and I will finish this up and meet you guys back there. Okay, now we have done those 3 rows. This is what our heart is looking like. So now you're going to chain 1 at the end of the last row you just did. You're going to go into the first 2 stitches in black. We're going to color change in that second stitch to the pink, and we are going to do 5 single crochets in pink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do the color change back to black in 5. In this next stitch, we're going to go in with black, and we're going to very quickly change back to the pink, and then we're going to do the next 5 in pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to color change back to black here for the last 2 stitches and chain 1, and then we will turn our work. Okay. Alrighty, so this is how it is looking. Alright, now that we have turned our work, we're going to single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to go into one of our pink stitches in black, and then we are going to color change back to the pink, and then we are going to do 3 stitches in pink. 1, 2, and 3. Color change to black. We're going to do 3 stitches in black. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to color change back to the pink. 3. Okay, and we're going to do the next 3 stitches in pink. So 1, 2, 3, change back to black. Last 3 stitches are going to be done in black. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. This is what our heart should be looking like. At this point, you're done with the pink, so I am going to cut my pink yarn, and I'm going to leave a decently long tail for sewing. And we're going to do the next 2 rows straight across. 15 are going to be in black. I'm going to complete those 2 rows, and I will meet you guys back here. Okay, so this is what our heart is going to look like. We are now going to work along this side, and this side, not the top side. But what you're going to do is, we did not chain 1 at the end of this row. You're going to place single crochets down this side, and up this side. There should be 15 single crochets on each of those sides. Again, we're not doing the top row because it already has that clean edge. So we just want to make the sides clean and the bottom clean. So you're going to place 15 single crochets in each side there. Now, when you get to the corner stitches, because of how it is done, you're going to have a single crochet in this stitch. You're also going to have a single crochet in this stitch. So it is kind of a conjoining stitch. So don't feel weird if you're going into the same stitch, even though you're working on one of the other sides. Okay, this is what it should look like when you are done. We finished in this top corner stitch. I am going to chain 1 here, and I'm going to cut my yarn because I'm going to color change for this next row. So if you're not color changing, don't need to do this, but this is how it's going to look. I am going to clean up these stitches. I'm just going to take a sewing needle with my black, and I'm just going to go back and forth through these stitches so I can have a nice clean border. A lot of times with pixel grids like this, you don't have a clean border, so I like to do that to make it look nice and crispy. Okay, so I could probably clean up these stitches even more if I wanted to, but this is how we're looking. So now we're going to start in this top right hand corner. It's going to be left on the screen is my guess, but it's going to be in this top corner is where we're going to start making our star. Okay, so now I'm going to take my next color, since I'm changing colors, and I'm going to attach it in this top stitch here with a chain 1. And this is going to act as our single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 in that stitch. We're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then in these next 2 stitches we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So 1 half double crochet, next stitch, 2 half double crochet. All right, we're 4 stitches in. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and now we are going to make our first star point. So in this next stitchity stitch here, we are going to place a triple crochet or a treble crochet in this stitch. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and in that same stitch we're going to put another treble crochet. So it should look something like that. Now you can kind of see the shape is starting to take form. Now we are going to, in the next stitch, place a double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet in the next stitch and the next stitch. So that's 3 more double crochets. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And this is what our top piece is looking like. So now we're going to work down this side piece. Okay, so we are going to start with a half double crochet, and then a double crochet here. And now we're going to make our next star point. So again, this is going to be a treble crochet. a chain 2, 1, 2, and another treble crochet all in that same stitch. 1, 2, 3. So just like that, that's what we're looking like. Trying to pull my yarn out here. All right, then we are going to do 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. 2 single crochets. 1, 2. 2 half double crochets and 3 double crochets. So let's see, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. All right, this is what our side piece looks like. So now you're starting to see those points form. We're now going to work along the bottom into this first corner stitch. We're going to start with our treble crochet because this is where our next corner point is going to be. So I'm going to start with a treble crochet. This one's a little bit different. We're going to chain 3 in this bottom corner instead of chaining 2. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to place another treble crochet in that same stitch. So your bottom corner is going to look like that. Okay, now in our next stitch, we're going to do a double crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. And then the next one, a double crochet. So that's 3 double crochets, 2 half double crochets. And then 2 singles, 1 and 2. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to be making that next corner point. So again, this is going to be a treble crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a treble crochet again in that same stitch. Okay, so now we have our bottom corner done. Now we're going to work along our last side here. So we're going to start with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and then we're gonna do the 2 half double crochets and then 2 double crochets. We're gonna make that corner point, so a treble crochet, remember all in the same stitch, chain 2, 1, 2, and a treble crochet, and then we are going to finish this row with a double crochet and a half double crochet. So we're going to do the double crochet, and this stitch is going to be a little bit hard to get into because this is where we started. So this is going to be a half double crochet. Just got to work that hook through there. Half double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch into your beginning stitch here. So as you can see, here's our star coming together. Okay, so I am color changing again here. All right, we are going to attach our new yarn here in this top point. So we're going to attach it with a chain 3, and this chain 3 is going to act as a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. Now all in this same stitch, you're going to place 2 more double crochets. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you are going to place 3 more double crochets in this same chain 2 space. So 1, 2, and 3. So there should be a total of 6 stitches in this space, and then the chain 3 that is in between. So that is where we are starting for this row. Okay, so now we are going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to skip this next stitch right here. Skip it, and you're going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, okay, now that we've got the next 5 stitches done, we're at another corner point. So in here, we're going to place 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and place 3 more double crochets all in that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And now we are going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. You want to make sure it is in that first stitch right after that. So I usually pull this up a little bit so I can see this stitch. It is really, really hard to see sometimes, and if you miss it, your counting will be off and it won't look right. So you want to make sure it is in this stitch following after your corner point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're going to skip 3 stitches down the side. So 1, 2, 3, working into the 4th stitch with 5 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we are at a corner point again. So again, that's the 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 more double crochets into that corner stitch, 1, 2, 3. All right, pull this back so we can see that stitch we're working in. 5 more double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the bottom row, we're going to skip 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, working into the 5th stitch with a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're at a corner point again. Okay, corner stitch. It's going to be our 3 double crochets again. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 double crochets. Okay, got that done. 5 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're gonna skip 3, 1, 2, 3, go into that 4th stitch with a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, look at that. I added a stitch. See guys, even I do it. And 5. Okay. So now we're back to this corner point, and we're going to put our 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Okay, now we're going to do our 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, skip 1, and 5 more double crochets. Okay, once we get back to the beginning, we're going to slip stitch into that beginning chain 3, and I'm going to cut my yarn because again I am color changing. So you can use as many colors with this or as few colors as you would like, and now we see that the shape is coming together. Okay, so now we're going to start our next row. This is going to be our repeating row. So each row from here on out will increase by 2 stitches per row. You'll see what I mean when we get to the end of this row, but this is probably the simplest row we got in this pattern. So we're going to start in this right corner. So where we skipped that stitch, see here, we're going to start in the stitch right after it, and we're going to start with a chain 3, okay? So we're going to go into that stitch, gonna pull our yarn through, and we're going to chain 3. Again, this is going to act as a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. You'll be doing this at the beginning of every single row from here on out. All right, now we are going to double crochet up this side to this corner point, and it should be 7. So let's get started. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are 7 stitches in. I'm going to turn around and show it to you guys. See, this is where we have that gap. It's going in this stitch right here. That's where our chain 3 is going. Now we're at our corner point. Our corner points are going to be the same from here on out. It's going to be 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, and you're basically going to do the same thing all the way around. So let's do these 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so again, pull this and make sure we are not missing this stitch here. We're going to double crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, 7 more double crochets. It's going to be skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and we're going to put a double crochet in this next stitch, and we're going to double crochet 7 all the way up to that corner point. So that is going to be repeating all the way around. So you're going to double crochet 7, skip 2, double crochet 7, and then it should be a corner point. And we're going to do that all the way, repeating back around. I will meet you guys back here so I can show you how to start the next row. Okay, we have made it all the way back around. This is what we're looking like. So we just did our last 7 double crochets. What we're going to do now is you're going to slip stitch into that chain 3, and you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch as well. This is where future wise I will color change here. I'll just pull my new color through these 2 loops, but that is basically all there is to it. So as you guys can kind of see here, let's see if I can hold it up for you. This is what it's looking like. So from here on out, when we do the 2 slip stitches, that is going to move where we are starting just a little bit, because we add 3 stitches here. We need to move over 2 stitches, so it's still increasing by 2 in this row. So this row is going to be a total of 9. We're gonna have 9 double crochets leading up to the corner point, and so on. So this row will be 9, the next will be 11, then you'll go to 13, and it's just going to keep increasing by 2. So after you do that second slip stitch, you're going to color change here, and you're going to chain 3 right from there and start going. Your chain 3 will always count as a double crochet. So that's really all there is to this pattern. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. I will insert the full picture here of the most recent one that I just finished. But yeah, super fun pattern, definitely a little bit tricky. I do have a full written pattern for this on my Etsy. If you are more of a written learner versus a visual learner. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram or TikTok. I will put my username right here. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.